Ask Reddit, if OK Boomer was a digital assistant like OK Google, what sorts of answers would it give you to certain questions? OK Boomer. Engineering job listings in my area. Job listings. You are just playing around on the internet. Figure out where you want to work and go down there. Ask to speak with a manager. Shake his hand. Look him in the eye and ask for a job. Edit. This post brought to you by painful memories of job hunting during the 2008 recession. My dad was getting on my case every day about playing on the computer when I was checking job sites and going through their infuriating sites that make me upload my resume. Then fill in fields that are on my resume 3 different times. Someone in the comments below dropped the classic, "Pound the pavement," and I felt my blood pressure spike. Thanks. Didn't work. Couldn't get buzzed in through the security door. Also, the manager isn't on site and works remote from another city. Also, they don't hire directly, so you have to apply to the staffing agency first. Also, the position advertised through the staffing agency isn't really open because they've already selected someone internally and only posted it to meet regulations. OK Boomer. How's the weather today? Open the window and stick your arm out. Is it wet? That must mean it's raining. Is it cold? Put on a sweater. Try figuring out things on your own, kiddo. OK Boomer. What's the most effective birth control pill? The most effective birth control pill is an aspirin between your knees. Actual quote from a friend's parent. I'll never forget it. I can totally get fucked and keep an aspirin between my knees. Boomers ain't heard of doggy style. OK Boomer. Open YouTube. How? Can you show me? Always quickly followed up with, oh, I know how to use computers. I knew how before anybody else did. Am not dumb, you know. As accusatory as possible for absolutely no reason when you've fixed the problem in under 2 minutes. Or on the other hand with my dad. No mate / love. I don't even know how to switch one on. I just get my kids to do it. Here. I'll give them the phone and you can talk to them while I go back to reading the newspaper. OK Boomer. What's on TV right now? We only watch the news and Wheel of Fortune in this house. No Jeopardy? Shame. OK Boomer. What's the weather like? Why don't you go for a walk and see for yourself? Back in my day, we didn't even have weather. Obligatory. Walked down the driveway to school in the snow. OK Boomer. Call my husband. Only if you tell me when I'm going to get grandkids. It's about time. When are you going to start finishing inside our daughter? Jesus Christ. My aunt every time I visit. OK Boomer. How can I pay for college? Write a check like I did. I once got in an online debate with my uncle about this very subject. His argument was that he worked a minimum wage job to put himself through college and support his family. So we youngsters should quit complaining. To prove my point, I calculated how many hours it would take at current minimum wage just to pay current tuition at his alma mater. And it was over 100 hours per week. He was so angry that a year and a half later he still had the date of that argument memorized and cited it as an example of my disrespectful attitude. Milnile. Proves a point using math. Boomer. Stop disrespecting me. Your great uncle set up a table in the park and repaired bicycles one summer when he wanted money for college. After college he got a job at the lab equipment factory by giving the manager a firm handshake and bought a house in the city at age 23. I guess you kids just have other priorities these days. These days you would probably get a citation for operating without a business license. Boomers like barriers to entry to protect themselves. Also boomers, why don't you guys just start a business and become wealthy like us? OK Boomer. How's the weather today? Alexa? No. You're supposed to answer me. Alexa, are you listening? I can't tell if it's listening. Do I start talking yet? I think it stopped. Directions to this address. Alexa? OK Boomer. Play today's hits. That is not music. Now that's not what I call music. Volume 12. Okay boomer. Volume up. What? You wanna become deaf? Okay boomer. What time is it? What? You don't know how to read a clock? The future is doomed. Okay boomer. Take me to the nearest formal sit-down place. Okay snowflake. Starting your route to Applebee's. Okay boomer. What's the capital of Iraq? Back in my day, we looked things up in an encyclopedia. Damn millennials. So obsessed with their phones. Do you even know how to use a card catalog? Okay but. By your age I had a house, car, and 50k in savings. You need to stop asking for handouts. My mom told me when I was 26 I was married and had a house when I was your age. Cool mom. How much student loan debt did you have? Okay boomer. Turn the thermostat to 23. See. That function is locked to users. Okay boomer. Restaurants nearby. We have food at home. The nearest Cracker Barrel is only 6 miles away. Okay boomer, look up therapists near me. Have you tried thinking positive thoughts? Well, have you? Back in my day, we used to pull up our bootstraps and grit our teeth. Young folks these days don't even know what's going on in your heads. Okay boomer. Where's the nearest car mechanic? What? You can't fix your car yourself? Kids these days. Boomer. My engine literally just exploded. I'm sorry. I can't hear you. Try not mumbling. Enunciate your words. ERM. Right. Okay boomer. What's the number for my insurance company? You don't have it memorized. Sad. Where would you be without your smartphones and iTablet thingies? You know what? Never mind. I'll just walk. Thanks. Boomer. Walking. Finally. A good idea. Exercise. You're also chubby. Don't eat right with all that Chipotle Bell stuff. And it's thank you. Not gamma. Thanks. Gamma, and my response is gamma. You're welcome. Gamma, not that ridiculous gamma. No problem, you all do. Okay boomer. Please stop now. Don't you tell me to be quiet. Have some respect for your elders. When I was your age I owned a house. Okay boomer. Can you please autofill my credit card details on this site? What? You want to give your details to a stranger? Are you nuts? Just go drive a half an hour to the store and buy it in person. It's safer that way. Proceeds to download malware that gives all bank info to Eastern Europe hackers. Okay boomer. Open my mail messages. I'm sorry. There's no mail delivery on Sundays. GT, I'm sorry. That part is very uncharacteristic of boomers. Okay boomer. Tell me a joke. You snowflakes get offended over everything. You can't even take a joke. Okay boomer. What did you say, you little shit? Initiating boomer protocol. What? Remember, no human. Okay boomer. The job market is so competitive. How can I get a job? Yeah, just need gumption. Proceeds to talk about how they got a job from just walking in and demanding it. Okay boomer. What restaurants serve brunch near me? Have you tried not being gay? I tried. But this brunch thing makes it really hard to straighten out. Okay boomer. Open Indeed. You don't need Indeed. Just walk on in and give a firm handshake, you entitled brat. And while you're at it, you can send out resumes in the mail. I bet you don't even know what stamps are, you avocado toast eating millennial. You. Okay boomer. What are the local showtimes for Avengers? Digital assistant. I can't figure me out. You have to show me how to work myself. Why am I so slow? You. God damn it, stop running all those malware programs. Okay boomer. Set my alarm for 9:00 a.m. tomorrow. 9:00? Are you sure? I see in your calendar that your flight boards at 10:30 and taking into account how it takes 30 minutes to get to the airport. That only leaves you with 1 hour to make it to your gate in time. Why don't I set your alarm for 5:00 a.m. instead? Or maybe 6:00 if you really want to sleep in? Okay boomer. What should I wear today? The white New Balances. Always the white New Balances. Okay boomer. Where's the nearest recycling center? We have trash cans. Okay boomer. Directions to 5th and Montgomery. We don't need a map. I know where it is. Wait a minute. Oh my god, if I had a nickel for every time my grandma would flat refuse to give an address because I know where it is. It had that tree in front that got struck by lightning in '92. Okay. So it's got a big dead tree in front. Oh no. The storm knocked it down. It's where it was. Fuck, this drives me crazy. I use Google Maps damn near everywhere because it reroutes based on real-time traffic. Ride in the truck with my dad and he always takes his routes.